Check.
Check 1 2 1. Check 1 2.
Hello everybody, thank you for turning up tonight to the Impromptu TV Open Microphone Night. Everybody performing tonight gets a free beer. And first up, we've got little Jackie Kerouac. Oh, he's very nice. He's part of the Beat Generation. Here we go. Here comes little Jackie Kerouac.
Check.
Book of Dreams.
Check.
Jack Kerouac. Preface.
Go, Daddy, go.
Book of Dreams was the easiest book to write. When I woke up from my sleep, I just lay there looking at the pictures that were fading slowly, like in a movie fade out into the recesses of my subconscious mind. As soon, 1 minute or so, as I had assembled them together with any earlier dreams of the evening I could catch like fish in a deep pool, I got my weary bones out of bed and through eyes swollen with sleep swiftly scribbled in pencil in my little dream notebook till I had exhausted every rememberable item.
Out of sight, man.
I wrote non-stop, so that the subconscious could speak for itself in its own form, that is, uninterruptedly flowing and rippling, being half awake. I hardly knew what I was doing, let alone writing.
Ain't that the truth?
But an hour later, over coffee, what shame I'd feel sometimes to see such naked revelations, so insouciantly stated. But that is because the subconscious mind, the manas, working through from the alaya vijnana, does not make any mental discriminations of good or bad, this'a or that'a. It just deals with the realities. What is? It is only with our conscious mind, the mano-vijnana, that we judge and make arbitrary conceptions. That is, that we arbitrate and lay down laws about should and shouldn't be written or done. So I wrote these dreams with eerie sleeping caphead, and now I'm glad I did. Everybody interested in their dreams should use the method of fishing their dreams out in time before they disappear forever.
Go, Daddy, go.
Thanks for that, Jackie. That was very good, very nice. Now, what we have now is a salty old dog by the name of Ernest Hemingway here. He's just come back from Spain and he's got a couple of his flamenco buddies with him. So give him a big hand. The salty old dog, Ernest Hemingway.
So he ate an orange, slowly spitting out the seeds. Outside, the snow was turning to rain. Inside, the electric stove seemed to give no heat, and rising from his writing table, he sat down upon the stove. How good it felt! Here, at last, was life! He reached for another orange. Far away in Paris, Mascart had knocked Danny Frush cuckoo in the second round. Far off in Mesopotamia, 21 feet of snow had fallen. Across the world in distant Australia, the English cricketers were sharpening up their wickets. There was romance. Patrons of the arts and letters have discovered the Forum, he read. It is the guide, philosopher and friend of the thinking minority. Prize short stories. Will their authors write our bestsellers of tomorrow? You will enjoy these warm, homespun American tales, bits of real life on the open ranch, in crowded tenement or comfortable home, and all with a healthy undercurrent of humour. I must read them, he thought. He read on. Our children's children, what of them? Who of them? New means must be discovered to find room for us under the sun. Shall this be done by war, or can it be done by peaceful methods? Or will we all have to move to Canada? Our deepest convictions? Will science upset them? Our civilization, is it inferior to older order of things? And meanwhile, in the far-off dripping jungles of Yucatan, sounded the chopping of the axes of the gum choppers. Do we want big men, or do we want them cultured? Take Joyce, take President Coolidge. What star must our college students aim at? There is Jack Britton, there is Dr. Henry Van Dyke. Can we reconcile the two? Take the case of young Stribling. And what of our daughters who must make their own soundings? Nancy Hawthorne is obliged to make her own soundings in the sea of life. Bravely and sensibly she faces the problems which come to every girl of 18. It was a splendid booklet. Are you a girl of 18? Take the case of Joan of Arc. Take the case of Bernard Shaw. Take the case of Betsy Ross. Think of these things in 1925. Was there a risque page in Puritan history? Were there two sides to Pocahontas? Did she have a fourth dimension? Are modern paintings and poetry art? Yes and no. Take Picasso. Have tramps codes of conduct? Send your mind adventuring. There is romance everywhere. Forum writers talk to the point, are possessed of humour and wit, but they do not try to be smart and are never long-winded. Live the full life of the mind, exhilarated by new ideas, intoxicated by the romance of the unusual. He laid down the booklet. And meanwhile, stretched flat on a bed in a darkened room in his house in Triana, Manuel Garcia Meira lay with a tube in each lung, drowning with the pneumonia. All the papers in Andalusia devoted special supplements to his death, which had been expected for some days. Men and boys bought full-length coloured pictures of him to remember him by, and lost the picture they had of him in their memories by looking at the lithographs. Bullfighters were very relieved he was dead, because he did always in the bullring the things they could only do sometimes. They all marched in the rain behind his coffin, and there were 147 bullfighters followed him out to the cemetery, where they buried him in the tomb next to Joselito. After the funeral, everyone sat in the cafes out of the rain, and many coloured pictures of Miera were sold to men who rolled them up and put them away in their pockets.
Thanks for that, Ernie. We'll be right back after the break. We just have to clean up the stage a little bit here. Okay, be right back. Go have a beer. Back from the break, and here we go. We've got a fella, Charlie Bukowski here. We're going to give him a bit of a go. He's just come out of the Lavy Lakes lockup. He's done a little bit of time there. But we're going to give him a go, aren't we, everyone? Hey, yeah, he's going to talk about it. He's going to give us a little story. Here we go.
Duke had this daughter, Layla. They named her. She was 4. It was his first child, and he'd always been careful not to have children, fearing that they would murder him somehow. But now he was insane, and she delighted him. She knew everything that Duke was thinking. There was that line that ran from her to him, from him to her. Duke was in the supermarket with Layla, and they talked back and forth, saying things. They talked about everything, and she told him everything she knew, and she knew very much instinctively. And Duke didn't know very much, but he told her what he could, and it worked. They were happy together. "What's that?" she asked. "That's a coconut." "What's inside?" "Milk and chewy stuff." Why is it in there?" "Because it feels good in there, all that milk and chewy stuff. It feels good inside of that shell. It says to itself, 'Oh my, I feel so good in here.'" "Why does it feel good in there?" "Because anything would." "I would." "No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't be able to drive your car from inside of there. You wouldn't be able to see me from inside there. You wouldn't be able to eat bacon and eggs from inside of there." "Bacon and eggs aren't everything. What is everything? I don't know. Maybe the inside of the sun, frozen solid. The inside of the sun? Frozen solid? Yep. What would the inside of the sun be like if it were frozen solid? Well, the sun's supposed to be this ball of fire, and I don't think the scientists would agree with me, but I think it would be like this. Duke picked up an avocado. Wow! Yeah, that's what an avocado is. Frozen sun. We eat the sun and then we walk around feeling warm. Is the sun in all that beer you drink? Yes, it is. Is the sun inside of me? More than anybody I have ever known. And I think you got a great big sun inside of you. Thank you, my love. They walked around and finished their shopping. Duke didn't select anything. Layla filled the basket with whatever she wished. Some of it you couldn't eat. Balloons, crayons, a toy gun. A spaceman with a parachute that flipped out of his back when you shot him into the sky. Hell of a spaceman. Layla didn't like the woman cashier. She gave the most serious frown to the cashier. Poor woman, her face had been scooped out and emptied. She was a horror show and she didn't even know it. "Hello, little sweetie," the cashier said. Layla didn't answer. Duke didn't prompt her to. They paid their money and walked to the car. "They take our money," said Layla. "Yes. And then you have to go to work at night and make more money. I don't like you going away at night. I want to play mama. I want to be mama and you be the baby." "Okay, I'll be the baby right now. How's that, mama?" "Okay, baby, can you drive the car?" "I can try." Then they were in the car, driving. Some son of a bitch hit his throttle and tried to ram them as they made a left turn. "Baby, why do people try to hit us with their cars?" "Well, mama, it's because they are unhappy, and unhappy people like to hurt things." "Aren't there any happy people?" "There are many people who pretend that they are happy." "Why?" "Because they are ashamed and frightened and don't have the guts to admit it." "Are you frightened?" "I only have the guts to admit it to you. I'm so goddamn scared, mama, that I think I'm going to die any minute." "Baby, do you want your bottle?" "Yes, mama, but let's wait until we get home." They drove along, turned right on Normandy. It was harder for them to hit you when you were turning right. "You going to work tonight, baby?" "Yes." "Why do you work nights?" "It's darker. People can't see me." "Why don't you want people to see you?" "Because if they do, I might get caught and put in jail." "What's jail?" "Everything's jail." "I'm not jail." They parked and took the groceries inside. "Mama," Layla said, "we got groceries. Frozen suns, spacemen, everything." "Mama," they called her Mag. Mama said, "That's fine." Then to Duke, "Damn it, I wish you didn't have to go out tonight. I've got that feeling." "Don't do it, Duke." "You've got that feeling, honey? I get that feeling every time. It's part of the thing. I've got to do it. We're tapped out. The kid threw everything into that basket from canned ham to caviar." "Well, Christ, can't you control the kid?" "I want her to be happy." "She won't be happy with you in stir." "Look, Mag, in my profession, you've just got to figure on doing a certain amount of time. You don't sweat it. That's all there is to it. I've done a bit of time. I've been luckier than most." "How about some kind of honest job?" "Babe, it beats working a punch press, and there aren't any honest jobs. You die one way or the other, and I'm already along my little road. I'm some kind of dentist, say, pulling teeth out of society. It's all I know how to do. It's too late. And you know how they treat ex-cons. You know what they do to you. I've told you. I know what you've told me, but, said Duke. God damn, you let me finish. Finish then. These industrial cocksuckers of slaves who live in Beverly Hills and Malibu, these guys specialise in rehabilitating cons, ex-cons. It makes that shit parole smell like roses. It's a hype. Slave labour. The parole boards know it, they know it, we know it. Save money for the state, make money for somebody else. Shit. All shit. Everything. Make you work triple the average man while they rob everything within the law. Sell them crap for 10 or 20 times its actual value. But it's within the law. Their law. God damn, I've heard this so many times. And God damn if you're not going to hear it again. You think I can see or feel anything? You think I should keep quiet? Even to my own wife? You are my wife, aren't you? Don't we fuck? Don't we live together? Don't we? You're the one who fucked up. Now you're crying. Fuck you! I made a mistake, a technical error. I was young. I didn't understand their chicken shit rules. And now you're trying to justify your idiocy? Hey, that's good. The kid's listening, Duke. Good, and I'll finish. Rehabilitate? That's the word, those Beverly Hills soul cocksuckers. They're so goddamn decent and humane. Their wives listen to Marla at the music centre and donate to charity, tax-free. And are elected the 10 best women of the year by the LA Times. And you know what their husbands do to you? Cuss you like a dog down at their crooked plant. Cut your paycheck, pocket the difference and no questions answered. Everything's such shit. Can't anybody see it? Can't anybody see it? Shut up! Mahler, Beethoven, Stravinsky? Make you work overtime for nothing? Kicked your whipped ass all hell's time. And one word out of you, they're on the phone to the parole officer. Sorry, Jensen, but I've got to tell you, your man stole $25 from the till. We just got him to like him too. So what kind of justice do you want? Jesus, Duke, I don't know what to do. You rant and you rant, you get drunk and tell me that Dillinger was the greatest man who ever lived. You rock back in your rocker, all drunk, and scream, Dillinger! I'm alive too, listen to me. Dillinger, he's dead! Justice? There ain't no justice in America, there's only one justice. Ask the Kennedys, ask the dead, ask anybody. Duke got up out of the rocker, walked to the closet, dipped under the box of Christmas tree ornaments and got the heat. A 45. This is the only justice in America. This is the only thing anyone understands. He waved the damn thing around. Layla was playing with the spaceman. The parachute didn't open right. It figured. A con, another con, like the dead-eyed seagull, like the ballpoint pen, like Christ hollering for Papa with the lines cut. Listen, said Mag, put that crazy cannon away. I'll get the job. Let me get a job. You'll get a job? How long have I been hearing that? And laying around reading magazines and popping chocolates into your mouth. Oh, God, it's not for nothing. I love you, Duke, I really do. Then he was tired. All right, fine. Then at least put the groceries away and cook me something before I hit the streets. Duke put the heat back in the closet, sat down and lit a cigarette. Duke, said Layla, you want me to call you Duke or call you Daddy? Either way, sweetie, just what you want. Why is there hair on a coconut? She's nobody kid, she's her own kid. I insist, said Mag, that you don't talk around the child like that. You insist? You insist? Yes, I do. She held the can of peas in the air, balanced in the palm of her left hand. I insist. I swear if you don't get that can of peas out of my sight, so help me God or no God, I'm going to jam them. Mag walked into the kitchen with the peas. She stayed in the kitchen. Duke went to the closet for his coat and the heat. He kissed his little girl goodbye. She was sweeter than a December suntan and 6 white horses running over a low green hill. He thought of it like that. It began to hit him. He ducked out fast, but closed the door quietly. Mag came out of the kitchen. Duke's gone, said the kid. Yes, I know. I'm getting sleepy, Mama. Read to me from a book. They both sat on the couch together. Is Duke coming back, Mama? Yeah, the son of a bitch, he'll be back. What's a son of a bitch? Duke is. I love him. You love a son of a bitch? Yeah, laughed Mag. Yeah, come here, lovely, on my lap. She hugged the kid. Oh, you're so warm, like warm bacon, warm donuts. I'm not bacon and donuts. You're bacon and donuts. It's a full moon tonight. Too light. I'm scared. Jesus, I love the man. Oh, Jesus. Mag reached over into a cardboard carton and picked up a children's book. Mama, why is there hair on a coconut? Hair on a coconut? Yes. Listen, I put on some coffee. I hear the coffee boiling over. Let me turn off the coffee. All right. Mag went into the kitchen and Layla sat waiting on the couch, while Duke stood outside a liquor store at Hollywood and Normandy, wondering, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? It didn't look right. Didn't smell right. Might be a prick in the back with a Luger staring through a hole. That's how they got Louis. Blew him apart like a clay duck at the amusement park. Legal murder. The whole fucking world swam in the shit of legal murder. The place didn't look right. Maybe a small bar tonight. A queer joint. Something easy. Enough money for a month's rent. I'm losing my guts, thought Duke. Next thing you know, I'll be sitting around listening to Shostakovich. He got back into the black 61 Ford and began driving north. 3 blocks, 4 blocks, 6 blocks, 12 blocks into the freezing world, as Mag sat with the kid in her lap and began to read from a book, Life in the Forest. The weasel and his cousins, the mink, the fisher and the marten are lithe, fast, savage creatures. They are meat eaters and are in continuous bloodthirsty competition for the... Then the beautiful child was asleep and the moon was full.
Thank you, Charlie Bukowski, for the Tales of Ordinary Madness there. Whoa, that was a bit of a tale. Now, everyone, we're going to finish the night off with a little bit of a couple of young fellas here. They're in a bit of a punk band, and they're called it. It's a bit of a tribute to the dead Kennedys. I didn't even know they were sick.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You're a well-paid scientist, you uncommon fact. You know you're always right, because you know how to prove it step by step. A PhD to show you're smart with extra formula. Something is wrong here. You must find it on yourself. You're well-paid, you're well-trained, you're tied to a rack. Company cocktails, gotta go, say the right thing, don't fidget, jockey for position, be polite in the pyramid you hate. Sip that scotch, get that raise, this is your party at all. Something is wrong here, you won't find it on a shelf. You're well paid, you're well trained, you're tied to a rack. Tense up, your teeth and wipe your sweaty hands. Close your windows driving past the loaded company bar. They're making fun of you. Even you've got to punch the clock, too scared to punch your boss. When will you crack? When will you open your eyes? Pull up to your sterile home, your drain, bite the heads off of your kids, chew them well, they taste like you just slammed the door. Sign here because your company owns the land, or your colleagues live here too. Private guards in cold cars. Safe at home. Something's wrong here. You're well trained. You're tied to a rock. When will you crack? When will you crack? When will you crack? Shattered underbelly of the American virgin. The plane stares on the bathroom mirror.
Bloody hell, there's a bit of pandemonium here. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the night. Bloody hell, we got the boys in blue coming up here. Oh, bloody hell. That last band, that was a bit of a shamozzle, wasn't it? Oh, God, help me. Where are they? Where's the boys in blue? Hey, you got your free beer now. Piss off.
1, 2, 3, 4.